Hello everyone, welcome back again to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise and I'm going to look into a question today from Adrian who wants to know basically the future of Elon Musk. I've read on him several times before, so he has his own playlist if you guys want to check the other readings out, but this one's specifically going to look into when will his bad behavior go away, if it ever will, the future of his financial empire. So it'll be an extensive reading, and I'll do my best to bring it through. So anyway, hold on, let me swap out cameras here. I'll be right back. Okay, so I am using the Visions of Life Tarot by Tarotco Studio. It's quite an odd deck, but it works well for these types of people. Okay, so Adrian's question is, when will we see Elon Musk's empire and bad behavior end or go away? Oops, here's a card for the center. Ooh, now that's interesting. So this is our Hanged Man. With a very interesting rendition, right? I mean, my goodness. It could be that it could take some time. It could be that he's already feeling like he's kind of hung out to dry. You know, this could be like the tree of life. He's got a noose around his neck that he just, you know, he does that all of his own accord. All by himself. Nobody can mess it up for him. See, that's the thing, you know, when you're self-employed, you know, there's no, oh yeah, and then the emperor, my goodness, is his greatest challenge. When you're self-employed, you don't really have anybody coming down on you, and if you neglect what your friends and family tell you about yourself, you know, trying to help you out, which I'm sure he does, he seems pretty indignant, then you can just really hang yourself. This is that other saying that I always I've held on to, like, give a psychopath enough rope and he'll hang his own neck. That's basically what he has done. And his greatest challenge has to do with his abuse of his own power. Man, you know, the Emperor reversed is a really nasty card. Okay, what he's sitting in and has control over, well, see, that's the thing. With the Four of Cups, that's, you know, apathy. And yes, he's bored because, you know, rich people's problems. Oh, God. Yeah. And apathy is a form of evil. If you don't care, awful things can happen. Okay, his past. Yeah, public shaming is a Page of Swords. So, you know, he's out there talking, he's out there putting everything out there, and he's showing who he truly is. Let me move these over a little. He's literally showing us who he truly is, and how sad, you know. Okay, what's hanging over him with no control, which is also his karma. Ooh, I'm going to do 2 cards for that. 8 of Cups, yeah, he's, again, apathy, indifference. And the 8 of Cups is also my card for, you know, you need to walk away from something because it's just not going to work out anymore. You know, maybe I'll go ahead and do 3 cards. Well, the other thing that's hanging over him is the Hierophant has to do with law. It has to do with all types of law, you know, spiritual law, man-made laws. And who's, you know, who's who? I have a feeling like this could be the oligarchs and people that he aligns with, and he's the puppet. Or just basically maybe he's the puppet of the dark forces. I mean, the guy's just, he's turning into a monster. And the other karma that's hanging over him is partnership. Yeah, he has, I'm sure he has burned bridges because he doesn't care. And if we go with the images, which is one of the reasons I use the deck, is because, I mean, just check it out. It's like he's blind to the truth. These look to me like pentacles, like money, even though it's a, you know, Eight of Cups, but he can't see. It's so funny thinking about it. It's like, imagine being examined by this eye doctor and the guy doesn't care. And you're not going to get a good set of glasses coming out of there. I feel like there's a metaphor in there for Elon Musk. Okay, yeah, here we go. No matter what he says, no matter how he acts, and he, you know, he's all that and whatever, the dude's not sleeping right. He's worried about what he's done. Yeah, I mean, my goodness. Okay. So, you know, and that's the other thing too. When you're anti-Semitic, you're against anything that's not like you. And so he is you know, he's negating the reality of any person who, because he thinks everybody's beneath him. That's his problem. And I don't care if he thinks he's on the spectrum and he has Asperger's and that makes him a genius. Well, if you don't have relationship skills, you're screwed. And that's, you know, the thing to learn, right? This is what he's attracting. He's not, no wonder. I mean, check these cards out together. He's just not, and this is not really the, I wouldn't really think that this is the Queen of Swords. To me, that's more like the Nine of Swords, but the Nine of Swords in this deck is even worse. So, but we just have to go with the images because I chose this deck for a reason. Okay, how others are influencing his situation. Yeah, they're not so motivated to throw money at him anymore. But he, you know, he's basically putting down all people, all walks of life. Okay, his distant future. Whoa, oh my goodness. Now, how do you go from being the richest man in the world into poverty? I don't know that he really will, because, you know, it's just, that doesn't make sense to me. But he's going to be sorry he said what he said and has done what he's done. I've often wondered if he bought, you know, you'd have to go back to the other readings I did on him, but I wonder if he bought Twitter just to tank it. So anyway, wowee. Wishing he could get the advertisers back is his distant future. Okay, so the outcome, Mr. Elon, what is your outcome? He's gonna try to rework it to have the Empress card, and he might be much more sensitive about you know, what he says. Not that it really changes who he is deep down inside. He's going to be sorry. Let me do a couple more cards. A couple more cards down this way for the outcome. Is that fertility or the Empress is a little... but it does have everything to do with money, but that's just not real clear. What is the outcome for this dude? Six of Wands, but notice the thumb is pointing down. You know, I mean, he's being seen and heard and recognized. I mean, we've got that. He's got that going for him, I suppose, but I don't really know. Yeah, he might overcome it. I mean, eventually. Maybe he'll grow. Oh, and the Eight of Pentacles, yeah, kind of, there you go with the gilded cage with the ambitions. That's interesting. Now, the Eight of Pentacles is our card for, you know, getting back to work. I think that I think metaphorically this card has to do with him being like stuck within the framework of his own mind, and that's not a good place to be. And then he's going online later on, like probably Googling himself 20 times a day to see what people are saying about him. And this could be him on, Twitter, X. Let's see if I can get some timing. I'll just use the regular tarot for that. But of course, I'm going to have to bring the camera down a little. Let's see. Probably all the way because I put it up pretty high. Come on. No, that's a little too far. Sorry if I'm making anybody dizzy out there. Okay, so it doesn't matter if they're upright or reversed. Let's just see if I get primarily wands, cups, or pentacles, swords. How long is all this going to take? When will we see his bad behavior go away? Obviously, it's going to take losing a crap ton of money. Okay, but how long? Well, that's interesting. So the cups could, cups are usually a summertime card. Cups are often months. So it's possible. Yeah, I feel like it's more like by next summer. Let's see what else. Swords. Oops, I forgot I wasn't looking here. Yeah, I can bring this down a little bit more. Okay, so swords are usually the autumn, and they can relate to weeks. But, yeah, I really do feel strongly more to the summertime, so maybe the 8th month. I'm wondering about that. Ooh. Well, he's definitely going to be reevaluating. Now, sometimes and often, the pentacles have to do with winter, and then other times it can be years, So this could be 7 years or so. He's still young. I think if he's around 50, 51, 52, and I bet he is, he's going into his Chiron return, and that's going to be quite painful. It's a transit, it's an astrological transit we all have. It's a once-in-a-lifetime transit, unless you live to be 102, where your deepest wounding comes up right in your face, and you have to deal with it. So I think that's probably what he's created here. And I know I've already done tons of Kipper readings on him, so I'm just going to let this go with the tarot. Other than that, wishing you a wonderful weekend. Take good care, you guys. Bye.